Hey guys, I'm back and I'm picking and I'm a grinning. For those older people who kind of remember that from the old Hee Haw series, uh, giving it a break from the newsstand books that I've been buying at the dollar bins. And this edition of dollar bin diving that I've been doing lately are books that are cover buys and maybe a slight key or a slight importance to them, if you can say that. So, without further ado, because I got quite a few to go through, went to the comic book shop again, got a big stack of dollar books, and at this store they're a dollar a piece or 10 for $15. So I went ham and just started picking and grinning while I was looking through the bins for comic books. Starting with this. This is Red Lanterns #1, the second printing. The first printing of this is white or kind of grayish silverish looking, and the second print is totally red. Found some variants. This is Avengers Standoff Omega issue #1. I already had this, but it was in great shape and I mean mint condition. And in the dollar bin, I couldn't pass it up. Star Wars cover B for Star Wars Adventures with I think that's Count Dooku or however you pronounce it. Not very well. As far as knowing characters from the Star Wars universe, the names is just too hard for me to retain in my old man memory. But I did like this cover, and I grabbed it. Marvel Comics presents the second printing of issue #8, with it, which is the first appearance of Wolverine's other daughter. How many kids does this man have actually? It's amazing to me. He's got quite a few. And I forgot her name, but this is in this second printing. They had her on the front cover, which is pretty cool. Black Knight issue #3, the variant for that, and the variant for thing #2, which is pretty wild looking. I gotta retape that one. I don't know. Picked up another card. Man, they had a stack of these in the dollar bin. All of them were basically mint. It was like he just pulled them straight from the shelf and put them in the dollar bin. Was this a good series or what? I mean, it sold. I mean, it didn't sell, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Y'all gotta excuse me. I done messed up and put lotion on my hands, and now I got too much lotion and got me all kinds of messed up here. Give me 1 second. Alright, I picked up another variant. Venom #26, the fourth printing, which is pretty cool. Peter Parker Dusk. This when he had stopped being Spider-Man for a little bit and took on like 4 or 5 different identities, each with a specific power set or something like that. And eventually, somehow, other people got the costumes and became heroes or whatever. I don't know. This was in a period of time when I wasn't really collecting comics anymore. I had dropped out for a good 10-year stretch, and so when I go back and look in the dollar bins, I see a lot of books that I've never seen before, and this was one of them, issue #1. I like this for the cover of Steel #15. This was a cover by. Camelot 3000, Brian Bolin, issue number 1. Whenever I see these in great shape, I mean, for a buck, you can't pass. I remember when this came out, it took so long for this series to run that it was hard. And say at that time, I didn't live in the city; I was still in the country, and this was a direct only book, if I remember correctly. So it wasn't on the newsstands; it was direct only in comic shops. And I used to come up to Baltimore very every so often and try to pick up the books. And I still yet do not have issues 1 through 12 of Camelot 3000. Batman 512. This is when Robin, Dick Grayson, Robin, takes over the mantle of Batman after Bane broke Batman's back while he was recovering. Action Comics Weekly. I have quite a few of these, but couldn't pass this up. It's in mint shape. Issue number 601. This was the death of John Stewart's wife. But I heard they're bringing her back to life. So, we'll see. Nomad number 4. This was hot back in the day because it came out when Deadpool was still relatively a fresh character. And any appearance of Deadpool was kind of hot. And this was like one of the early appearances of Deadpool, even though it's only his image on the card. This book was super hot at one time. I like this cover for this Nightwing Annual number 1. It's a Childo cover. I found a free comic book day. The Stuff of Legends. Pick that one up. Lazarus, book 2. This is a variant. And I heard rumblings years ago that this was going to be made into a movie, but haven't seen anything yet. You know, I know Silver Age Dave loves Lazarus, and it's a pretty good series. It was a pretty good series. This I've never seen before, but it intrigued me to get it, and that's Dark Horse's Zombie World, issue number 1 of 4. Creepy looking cover. Josh Bayer and Benjamin Mara's Crime Destroyer from Fantagraphic Books. I think this is issue number 4, if I remember correctly. No, issue number 2. I was wrong. Cygor. This I had put it on top of my stack, not intending to really buy this, but I had forgotten, and it was in the stack when I paid for it. And I was like, what the heck. Issue number 2 of Cygor. Issue number 2 of Cyberforce. Now, that's a newsstand, which I caught my eye. That's why I grabbed it. This is Forgotten Realms, the Grand Tour, limited edition from Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know anything about this book. It just struck me when I saw it. It's not in the best of shape. It's got a crease here. Got some ticks going up here, but I've never seen this book before in any dollar bin or anywhere, any other comic shop. Now, you know, I like to buy books in minty condition, or as great a condition as I can. But I couldn't pass this up for a buck, especially because I love the cover by Neil Adams of Superman fighting Superman. This is Superman issue number 242, and I just couldn't pass it up. Neil Adams Superman is fantastic. Got a couple X-Men. This one I got because it had Galactus on the cover. I do have this issue, but I grabbed this one. Like I said, if it's minty fresh, I'm gonna grab them. X-Men, this whole mini series within the series, Apocalypse the 12, has a little value to it. This is issue 376 with Apocalypse the 12. This is 377. This book has a little value to it. And 378. And if I can find these in mint, I pick them up every time. New X-Men number 127, cover with Zorn on it. I just really like that cover. Well, Frank Quietly. Art. Mark Silvestri art for this cover of New X-Men 151, Wolverine, which is pretty cool. And I couldn't pass these up because I almost got the complete set of X-Men The Hidden Years by John Byrne. I didn't get this when it first came out. Like I said, this came out during a time when I was on my comic book hiatus. And to get almost a complete set in mint for roughly 75 cents a piece, I'm missing 2 issues. And it was a 22 issue run. Here's issue 1. And it's dealing with the original X-Men. In between, I guess it's in between the end of their run and right before they get captured on Krakoa, and Professor X has to get the new X-Men to go save them. But it's somewhere, I think, in that time period that John Byrne did these stories. Issue number 3, issue number 4, issue number 5, issue number 6 when they meet Storm, issue number 7, issue number 8. I love John Byrne art. I just do. Even though with this series, it seems a little bit more plain. Sometimes it's the inker, and I didn't look and see. Well, it says Palmer, so Tom Palmer probably was inking it. His lines are a little thick for me for John Byrne, but it's still good. Issue number 9, dealing with the Phoenix. I don't know. Eventually, I'm going to read all these. Oh. Issue number 10. Issue number 11. Issue number 12. Magneto. Issue number 13. Issue number 14. Issue number 15. I'm missing 16 and 17. I got 18, 19, 20, 21, and the final issue, 22. Fade to Black. That's a cool looking cover. I just, the way John Byrne captures a moment, I mean, it's amazing. It's simply amazing to me. All right, now the other stack. Avengers Next. Number 1, picked up another copy of that. Number 2, first appearance of American Dream. Number 5, with Stinger, Doctor Doom. Number 7. Number 8. Number 12. And I couldn't believe when I saw these. 'Cause I remember when this came out, and it was a triple cover, and the middle cover was the hardest one to get. and it was Justice League issue number 20. And I found two of them. Out of the three covers, one was on this side over here, and one was on that side. You put them all together and made three. This was the most valuable one, and it's the A cover, but it was the hardest one to get. They didn't, for some reason, they made more of the other ones than they did of this one, at least in the region that I live in. And they were hard to find. And to find two of them in mint, I'm so happy. I like to find these photo covers for any of the Marvel movies or any. I try to collect any photo cover of any series: Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Ghost Whisperer, any of them that have photo covers. I like to get them. Black Widow, Mark Brooks cover for issue number 10. Star Wars, pick up another copy of this one, which is getting hot. Issue number 9 with Santa Staros. Got some Ashley Winter covers for Darth Vader, number 8, number 10. And this is number 8. I think this was the prior series, or I don't know, it might be the series after. I can't stand when they run a book for 20 issues and then they just start all over with number 1s, and it's so confusing. Issue number 13. That's a great looking cover of Anakin without his helmet on. Dr. Aphra, number 14. Dr. Aphra, number 15. I still got a feeling that they're going to give her a series, or she's going to pop up eventually. I'm not saying for certain. There's been no talk whatsoever of Dr. Aphra doing this or doing that. That's just my opinion. So don't go run out to the store saying the bat said, because the bat didn't say. All I'm doing is giving an opinion. Picked up the full 4-issue run of Darth MAUL, issue number 1, 2, 3, and 4, which made me happy. I got the action figure variant cover for Darth Vader number 25, which is Dr. Aphra. Star Wars, I got another Dark Empire number 1. And now these books, even though Bat's eyes sometimes fail him, and when he's in a rush or he's flipping through books, and I pick up books that I think are mint, when I get them home and get them out of the plastic, I'm like, oh, Lord. This is one of them. Superman Adventures number 46. All in here, it apparently got wet and it's so shriveled up. You can even see it above the U and the P right there, but it's all in this area, shriveled up pretty bad. It would take steaming and pressing to get that mess out. Otherwise it doesn't have any side ticks or anything, but that's enough. This one came out pretty good. I don't know why this was in the, wait a minute, let me move this out of the way. But this book here, no, these are okay. No, these are okay, Paul. That's another Paul I want to show later on. But these are all okay. I picked this one because of it's got the milestone crossover with DC. Superman and Man of Steel number 29. I always love this cover of Zatanna, GLA number 118. Even though she's not showing her figure or fishnet stockings or whatever, it's still a great interpretation of her. I love this cover. I get it. It's not worth anything. I mean, cover price. But it's a great Darwin Cook cover. I think this is a final issue the JSA, issue number 54. I don't know why it's not worth more money. It's a great looking cover. Here's another Justice League United number 2 with Stargirl and Good Girl art. Rounding the bend, people. I'm down to the last few. When I saw this, I was like, golly day, it's a dollar bin. Teen Titans number 12, first appearance of the Batman Who Laughs. Perfect book except for that one tick right there. Oh, wait a minute. There's a little small one there too. But for $1, I couldn't pass it up. JLA number 70, the second printing. I got this one. This was just cover by 21 down, issue number 1. Duex number 2 from the game. It came out a couple years ago. Perillo cover for Grimm number 12. Been picking them up. I don't know how popular they are because they don't really show the female form, but it's still a Perillo. Well, Archie's Explorer of the Unknown has the first appearance of FX Clayton right here. It's not in the greatest of condition, but because of the first appearance, I picked it up. This I found. I just grabbed it. I don't know if it's worth anything, but it's previews with I call it the fake Steve Rogers. Here's another variant, Mighty Avengers, the 1950s variant, issue number 27. Apocalypse and the Extracts, issue number 1. That's a beautiful cover. That's really nicely done. And finally, the last cover that I picked up, a variant, was for Justice League number 32. That's a beautiful cover. Heck, I know the artist. I can't get it's on the tip of my tongue. But it's a great rendition of the Trinity, Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. And that's basically it for my Pickinn and Grinnin episode. Next video, I'll be back to finish up with my newsstands. That's going to be a whopper. I got a whopper amount of newsstand books to go through. And a lot of them, some of them are really good books. But as with all and everything, hope everybody is well and that you're finding the books that you want to find. And that's basically it. See you in the next video. Bad out.